Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood Investor. Hope you had a great week of trading. As always, I really appreciate your support, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. I wanted to provide an update on my Robinhood portfolio, currently at $718,000. Past year, up 51%, so very high growth. Cash position of $40,000 at a yield of 5% because I have Robinhood Gold. And I have another $100,000 in a high yield savings account at a yield of 4.25%. And I do plan to continue adding to my portfolio gradually so that I can get exposure to the market, hoping to invest in a variety of index funds as well as stocks that I think that have a lot of potential upside because I have a lot of optimism in the stock market long term. Taking a look at my first position is Ethereum. This makes up $2,400. I don't plan to add more to my cryptocurrency portfolio. I do have more Ethereum in my GX account, but overall, I think Ethereum and Bitcoin is very volatile. I don't want to have more exposure to that. And you can see this makes up 0.36% portfolio. I'm up 281% on this position. Next is NVIDIA. This is a GPU maker. They've been getting a lot of hype around their data centers business as well as GPU market. This makes up 27% portfolio or $183,000. I'm up almost 2,200%, average cost of $5 per share. Next position is S&P 500 ETF, Vanguard VOO. It's very low expense ratio and pretty high liquidity. This makes up 8.57% portfolio or $58,000, up 32% on this position. Next is Apple, which it makes iPhone, tablets like iPad and MacBook. Their services business is also growing really fast, which includes Apple Music, iCloud, Apple TV, among other services. This makes up 7.44% portfolio or $50,000. This is up 460%. And I do believe that once they have Apple Intelligence enabled, they'll just continue to grow their service business and make the product more sticky. Next is Vanguard Growth ETF. This makes up 6.52% portfolio or $44,000, up 29% on this position. It's pretty high growth overall. You can see it's up 35%. Next is Amazon, the e-commerce company. They're also growing in their computing web services, Amazon Web Service. This makes up 5.8% portfolio or $39,000, up 80% on this position. You can see it's pretty, in the past 5 years, it's there's some volatility, but I think long term it's doing well. Next is Microsoft, which is an enterprise solutions space. And they continue to integrate artificial intelligence in their stack of productivity services like Microsoft Office and Windows. This makes up 5.24% portfolio or $35,000, up 316% on this position. And I do believe that they'll continue to grow their cloud computing business as well with AI. Meta Platforms, very high growth stock, and majority of the revenue is in advertising. They're starting to pay out dividends as well, which is great for the shareholders. Makes up 5.22% portfolio or $35,000. I'm up 203% on this position. Vanguard Information Technology ETF. This makes up 4.03% portfolio or $27,000, up 324% on this position. So this has pretty solid holdings. You can see top holdings include Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Broadcom, a lot of technology companies. Next is Mercado Libre, which is big in Latin America in terms of e-commerce and digital payments. This makes up 3.42% portfolio or $23,000, up 100% on this position. Next is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. This makes up 3.14% portfolio or $21,000, up 110% on this position. I think TSM will continue to benefit as there's demands for chips, both in mobile and personal computing, as well as high performance computing. Visa, which is big in payment processing, this makes up 2.81% portfolio, or $19,000, up 136% on this position. Alphabet Class A shares. So Alphabet is the parent company of Google, and majority of revenue is in advertising. And I think with Gemini, their artificial intelligence solution, as they integrate that into their suite of services, I think Google will continue to grow. This makes up 2.24% portfolio, or $15,000. I'm up 186% on this position. So Alphabet Class A shares, it has voting rights. I do also have Class C shares, which I'll get to in a bit. Costco makes up, it's a warehouse, retail, makes up 2.02% portfolio, or $13,700. I'm up 235% on this position. And a lot of their revenue is from their membership, and they're increasing the price of membership, which will help with the revenue. Alphabet Class C shares makes up 1.87% portfolio, or $12,694, up 165% on this position. Next is United Health, which is big in the healthcare space, healthcare insurer and services. This makes up 1.61% portfolio, or $10,900, up 232% on this position. Johnson & Johnson, another healthcare company in the consumer space, pharmaceutical and medical devices. This makes up 1.41% portfolio, or $9,556, up 27% on this position. So even though this doesn't have much growth in terms of capital appreciation, but they're pretty solid dividend stock and consistently pay out dividends. CrowdStrike Holdings, you can see it took a solid dip from early July all the way till early August. At one point it was up 130%, but now it's only up 69% past year. This makes up 1.4% portfolio, or $9,471. Still up 97% even though it took a dip. I do believe in the cybersecurity space, and CrowdStrike is a big player in it. Shopify, which is big in e-commerce, 1.36% portfolio, or $9,239. I'm down 5% on this position, but I've been holding it for a while, so hoping to get this back into positive territory. You can see it took a dip since 2021, but gradually, steadily going back. Home Depot, which is in the home improvement space, makes up 1.33% portfolio, or $8,994, up 111% on this position. McDonald's, similar to Johnson & Johnson, it's a solid dividend stock, not much in capital appreciation as well. Makes up 1.29% portfolio, or $8,750, up 81% on this position. Berkshire Hathaway, this is Warren Buffett's company. They fully own as well as partially own a variety of businesses. Makes up 1.28% portfolio, or $8,700, up 142% on this position. Palo Alto Networks, another cybersecurity company, makes up 0.95% portfolio, or $6,400, up 40% on this position. Alibaba, which is another e-commerce company, but this is based in China. They also provide cloud computing and digital payments services. This makes up 0.93% portfolio, or $6,300. I'm down 48% on this position. Don't plan to sell it yet, but you can see over the past 5 years, it's pretty much dipped since late 2020. Fortinet, another cybersecurity company, makes up 0.8% portfolio, or $5,400, up 9% on this position. PayPal, you can see similar to Alibaba, it also took a dip since 2021. This makes up 0.69% portfolio, or $4,600, down 29% on this position. Next is AT&T. See, past year up 41%, but past 5 years it's not doing too well. This makes a 0.58% portfolio, or $3,900, down 38% on this position. I don't plan to liquidate this stock anytime soon, just to get some exposure to communication services. Block, or the parent company, is Square. You can see they took a dip since 2021. This makes a 0.51% portfolio, or $3,400, down 56% on this position. Twilio, which took a dip since 2021. This makes up 0.11% portfolio, or $760, down 73% on this position. As you can see, my last couple positions were down. Baozun, which is a Shopify of China. This is down significantly since 2021 as well. Makes a 0.05% portfolio, or $327, down 92% on this position. So that's my last position in this. Actually, no, I still have Teladoc. So this one is also down significantly as well since 2021. Makes a 0.04% portfolio, or $256, down almost 90% on this position. And you can see that I do have some winners, but also some losers. And I do plan to continue holding my positions as well as adding more to my portfolio because I believe in the stock market long term. And as the Fed cuts interest rates, I do believe there will be more growth long term, and we'll continue holding my positions. That's all for this video. Make sure you comment on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.